Hi guys, and welcome back to Blue Team. Every Tuesday the Microsoft Store updates and we get new deals available. So what I thought we'd do is we maybe have a look at what the new deals were, see what I would recommend, what I wouldn't recommend, and just kind of give an unfiltered, well, a very much unfiltered opinion from me about which games I would probably consider picking up and which ones I'd kind of ignore. So moving on, here's the your Xbox dashboard. To find the deals on the Microsoft Store, you'll go down to your store page, as you can see here, and then down at the bottom corner there it says deals. You're just going to click that. It should take you to here, and then to kind of get an idea of all the deals, you're going to click deals again. Then you're going to come to this screen here. We're going to go down to Xbox Game Specials, and we're just going to tap X, like so. Okay, and then that'll bring you to this screen here. Usually kind of the highlighted deals are the ones towards the top, so obviously the Dark Souls 3 Deluxe Edition, the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies Chronicles, which by the way is a fantastic edition because you get all the zombies maps in it as well, or at least all the classic zombies maps, all built in the Black Ops 3 engine, ready to play. Great fun, highly recommend, especially if you've got a couple of friends and you've never experienced it before. That's definitely worth picking up, and at £18.14 was such a steal. Moving on, we've got Sims 4, stuff like that. If it says EA Play on it, then it's available via Games Pass Ultimate. If it's available via Games Pass, you shouldn't be buying it. Just get Games Pass. Okay. Then we've got Dark Souls 2. Again, great game. Bit of an off one. It's not the best Dark Souls game. It's not. Well, it might actually be the worst Dark Souls game. But for $7.99, it's worth giving a bash if you've never played a Dark Souls game before. Then we've got some classic original Xbox titles here, like Time Splitters Future Perfect. It's not really the Time Splitters game that people talk about when they're talking about like past Time Splitters games, but it's great for like 4-player multiplayer. You can play 4 players connected to one console, but obviously no Xbox Live functionality. Time Splitters 2 seems to be the one that people do talk about the most. Again, it's a bit dated, but we'll see if we can put up some screenshots. A bit dated, bit of an understatement. But yeah, good fun. Again, 4-player, split screen, great. Dark Souls 3 kicking about here, looking at £12.49 for Dark Souls. That's not too bad. Obviously, everything that we're talking about is in pounds here because I'm based in the UK. We've got the Assassin's Creed Origins. It's on Games Pass. I wouldn't waste my time buying it because it's on Games Pass. And I'm pretty sure that they gave away the Ultimate Edition upgrade as part of your Games Pass Ultimate perks. So again, there's no reason to be buying the Gold Edition or anything fancy like that. Then we've got the Call of Duty World War II. Not the strongest of Call of Duties. Possibly actually one of the worst ones. But it is set in World War II, and I'm a bit of a softie for the World War II Call of Duty games. Black Ops, which is one of the better campaigns. Great little twist in it. So if you've never played it before, I'm not going to spoil that twist, but the numbers are really important. Moving down, we've got Skate 3, again available via EA Play, but great fun. The online functionality still works, I believe. Or at least it did the last time I played it, like about 2 months ago. Great time if you just want to skate around with your friends and just have a nice time. One of the more enjoyable skateboarding games. We've also got Metal Gear Solid Rising. Oh, I say Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Rising. Spin-off from the Metal Gear series. A lot of people kind of slept on it, but in honesty, it's kind of a cool little hack and slash. It probably doesn't need the Metal Gear title, but it's good fun, and I would highly recommend it. Moving down, we've got Call of Duty Ghosts, which was widely panned as one of the worst Call of Duty games, although I do feel it was kind of unfairly treated in that way. Infinite Warfare, which anyone that plays Call of Duty kind of hardcore will have purchased purely for the fact that the like £100 version came with Modern Warfare Remastered, which was a bit of a weird thing where they like bundled everything together. Kind of annoying. But yeah, it's solid enough. It's one of the few Call of Duty campaigns I've never finished, so take that as you will. Saints Row 2, again, it's kind of a fun little game. There's no pricing here, but I'm going to assume it's less than £4. And at less than £4, if you're looking for like an old school kind of GTA style game, then it's as solid as any, and a pretty decent soundtrack too. Now we come to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2. I'm a huge Tony Hawk's fan, so I'm a bit biased here. But I will say that with it being a cross-generation bundle pack and the fact that you have to pay more money to use your hardware on the Xbox Series S and X, That kind of annoys me. Like, why do I pay more to get better quality out of my Xbox Series X? I've already bought the console. The console's doing the work, no one else. You wouldn't pay more for a PC game because you had a higher spec PC, so why should I do it for my Xbox? Moving down, we've got Call of Duty World at War, possibly one of the strongest Call of Duty campaigns out there, and at £10, it's an absolute steal. If you've never played it before, I would highly recommend. Shouldn't have aged too poorly with the Call of Duty games. Not, I say too poorly. The Call of Duty games tend to not really change too much about them. These are very, very low, very low resolution pictures, but yeah, it is what it is. As I said, most of these games feature like frame rate boost and stuff if you're playing them via the Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X. So it's worth looking backwards at back compatible games, but I would always Google just to check to make sure that you're going to get your frame rate boost or your 4K patches and whatnot. Also, a bit of a side note here, most of the old Call of Duty games were going to go to Games Pass as soon as the Activision deal goes through, which is currently slated for like January, maybe March, so it's up to you if you're willing to wait. If you've waited this long to play Call of Duty World at War, what's 6 more months? Moving down, we've got, obviously like the Star Trek Online coins and stuff like that, there's a lot of different free-to-play currencies here. Cool if that's something that you're playing. If you're not playing like free-to-play games, then the currencies are just kind of wasted on you and they're just taking up screen space. Moving down again, we've got the original Saints Row, which was like a 2006 game, maybe even 2005. It was a direct response to GTA San Andreas. Not quite as fun, but yeah, it was okay. The protagonist in it doesn't have a voice, and all the content is in Saints Row 2, so you might as well just play that one. Saints Row the Third, it's been remastered by now and is available. It's part of like the current pre-order thing for the new Saints Row reboot. So if you're gonna play it, you might as well just get it there. The Saints Row reboot's looking to be okay, but we've not seen much gameplay, so I'm not going to comment too much. I will probably do a video on it later on though. Aliens vs Predator is a game that many of my Aliens vs Predator friends have played, like the people that enjoy the like series and stuff. For me, it's kind of a skip and passable one, but apparently it's quite good. Manhunt, again, it was like this weird game. There was a lot of like controversy around the launch of this game. I'm not really sure why, because if you go and look at the cutscenes or the visuals, it's not exactly the most visual game, but it's basically a murder simulator, so a lot of people were kind of upset about that. Again, it's a Rockstar game, back when Rockstar were creating like new games and willing to try new things. Kill It With Fire is on Games Pass, so again, don't buy it, just get Games Pass, obviously. Same with Plants vs Zombies, Garden Warfare 2. Star Wars Battlefront 1 is also on Games Pass. If you're going to play a Star Wars Battlefront game, just skip straight to Battlefront 2. Battlefront 1 was terrible, don't touch it. There's a couple of LEGO games kicking about here, as you can see. The LEGO games are fantastic, especially for like smaller kids and stuff like that. They're a great pickup. Each game's probably, I don't know, you probably get about 24, maybe 48 hours worth of fun out of them, depending on your ability level and the child that's playing it at the time. You just find the one that suits you. So there's Lego Batman, there's Marvel, there's The Hobbit, there's Lord of the Rings, there's Pirates of the Caribbean, Star Wars, you name it, there's a Lego game for it. So yeah, it's worth picking up if you've not played one of those games, or if you're looking for a game for like small children to kind of introduce to gaming. Great couch co-op game as well for like parents and children. We've also got Call of Duty 2 here, which is one of the first games I ever bought on an Xbox 360. It was a launch title for the 360. It was a pretty strong game. Visual-wise, it's probably not holding up too much, but as you can see, like, really cool. I really remember the smoke dynamic being really cool when I was playing the game originally. I don't know how well it'll hold up today, but again, coming to Games Pass in like 4 or 5 months, so I wouldn't waste my money on it now. Call of Duty 3 was one of the first Treyarch Call of Duty games. Again, not particularly great, but it did introduce vehicles to multiplayer. So if you've never used a vehicle in multiplayer, then you could have tried that one. Don't know how well or populated it'll be playing it online now. I imagine it's just full of modders because, let's be honest, that's all that any old game that gets abandoned's full of. Burnout Revenge is one of my favourite Xbox 360 games. I might have even owned it on the original Xbox and then bought it again on the Xbox 360. I accept that it is exceptionally dated and the graphics is nothing to write home about. In fact, I'm pretty sure, yeah, on the screenshots you got that white border because it was never designed for full screen. But a great game, and really the Burnout franchise should return. So yeah, do it. Come on, EA. It's also one of the few EA games not available via Games Pass Ultimate. So yeah, it's not particularly expensive, and it has an awesome like punk rock soundtrack. So if you've never played like those games then, and you've enjoyed like, the Tony Hawk soundtracks and stuff like that, then I'd highly recommend that. Obviously more Call of Duty. Rayman Legends was one of the first Xbox One games I picked up. It's okay. It's kind of a 2D platforming game. Again, it's probably more aimed at kids. But the art style is fantastic, and there's some kind of really fun things. My favourite thing on it was like the musical levels. So you had like music that was like kind of like levels that were kind of set to like music. Really, really cool, a bit unique. As you moved and you jumped, it was like all in time with the music that was currently playing. Battlefield 4, again, kind of not the strongest of campaign games, but the multiplayer is really good and still has a bit of a population even now, given the kind of state of Battlefield 2042 and the way that launched. Many people went back to play Battlefield 4 as it was the most recent modern shooting game kind of based around the Battlefield franchise. Not my favourite Battlefield game, but I definitely lost a couple of hours into there. Moving down, we've got lots of the Lego The Hobbit, sorry, bit of a side note here. Lego The Hobbit is a weird game because Lego The Hobbit only covers the first two movies. They never put the third movie in. It didn't become available as DLC. It's just kind of like a half a product, so I would give that a skip if you can, or if you're interested in it. Right. Totally Reliable Delivery Service. It's on Games Pass, but you should be playing this with your friends. If you've got small ones, play it with them. If you're just playing with all your mates, you're like 30, you're 40, you're 70, just pick it up, play it with your friends. You will laugh. It's silly, it's ridiculous. You can unlock a UFO, but you kind of fly with like random like weird like dual thumbstick control, like double grab thing. I don't know, I'm not really describing it well. As you can see, like they grab the thing, they move it with the individual thumbsticks. It's just fantastic. Absolute cluster of complete nonsense. Very, very, very silly. Just, yeah, pick it up, give it a go. It's on Games Pass, so play it that way. Far Cry 2 is my least favourite Far Cry game, but if you're into realism, then it's pretty fun because it's got like this fire spreading mechanic and your guns randomly jam when they get dirty, so you have to maintain your guns. Ironically, the reasons I don't enjoy the game. Moving our way down. My Friend Peppa Pig. Bit of a strange one, this one. I'm only talking about it because it happens to be going to Games Pass on July 14th. So don't buy it, even if you've got a little one, because it's going to be free in like, what, 7 days, something like that. Moving down again. Saints Row 2 DLC. Condemned Criminal Origins. Condemned Criminal Origins is kind of like a strange game because you've probably never even heard of it, but it was like a 360 launch title, or quite early in the 360 lifestyle. It's mostly melee combat, as you can see here. It's quite gory. I just remember it being quite claustrophobic, very much first person, and it kind of had some like weird supernatural elements to it. It's kind of a fun little horror game. It lasts quite a while, so yeah. Cool. If you want to play it, play it. If not, like, it's £3.74. Just buy it with your Microsoft reward points. Paw Patrol, the movie. Again, going to Games Pass in like 7 days, so don't waste your money. More add-ons to different free-to-play games, stuff like that. I am skipping over a lot of stuff here, but obviously I can't talk about everything on here, or else this video would be like 2.5 hours long. It's already long enough. Yeah. Oh, bit of a side note there. Injustice was free on the Microsoft Store not that long ago. It's definitely free on the PlayStation Store. So yeah, I wouldn't waste my money on it, especially with Injustice 2. I might even be on Games Pass. Oh, that's much better. More games that are available on Games Pass, and just add-on games. Like, so here, obviously, they're fun little games, but they're both on Games Pass, especially Games Pass Ultimate with the EA Access thing. It doesn't list them there because they're two different games, but individually they are there. And yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. Oh, actually, no, sorry. A bit of 360 knowledge for you here. Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker was like a PSP game that they ported to the main consoles. It originally launched with Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 HD, but the ports of 2 and 3 have been taken down at the moment due to not having the license for some like historical footage in the games. So at the moment, this is the only kind of semi-classic Call of Duty Metal Gear Solid game available on the store at the moment. Many of my friends kind of rave about it. My big Metal Gear fan friends. Personally, I wasn't a big fan, but only because the cutscenes aren't animated. They're like this weird like stop motion, like kind of comic thing. That just wasn't for me. I do apologise again. I've got a bit of a blocked nose, so if you can hear that, I do apologise. Moving down, that pretty much sums up everything available in the deal section today. So yeah, we'll go back to the dashboard and we'll start having a bit of a chat. So this is kind of going to be a bit of a weekly thing that I'm going to try and do. Maybe not as long as this in the future, but who knows. Yeah, anyway, I've been Peeve, you've been awesome, and until next time, I'll see you later.